apologized for the things that I said that hurt her feelings. I have not received a response yet from none of the three.
So I hear you giving out all the apologies. Have you got any?
Not a one.
Okay. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling like it's you against the world? Because that's pretty much what it sounds like. Like your back is up against the wall, and
I do feel like I'm fighting three demons, and I feel like I'm fighting a couple demons from three different humans. And my answer is fasting and praying. I've begun a 7-day fast starting yesterday. I'm 100% lead. The 7-day fast involves the 420, but I am removing it from me in a whole. I understand that I can cope with it, but I feel like that is one of our major problems because all three of us, my mother included, partake in 420. And I think that's where our attitude adjustment comes in at, because it's a mood enhancer. And I think with at least me taking the first step to remove that from me, then hopefully I could begin to set a trend for my daughter and my mother.
absolutely, I agree with you on that. That's a good question. Rodney said, "Are you upset with Teatyme for what she did?" And that is just hosting your family like that, trying to dig more into your business.
Yes, I
How
am
do you
very
feel
upset
about
with.
it?
I'm extremely upset with Teatyme for the way that she did it.
Yeah,
If
for the
my
way she
daughter
did
had
it.
came to
So
her,
so so
then I would
let
be
me.
open.
Yeah. So was she requested your family, or your family requested to be on her panel?
Teatyme acknowledged that she saw my daughter and she DM'd my daughter.
Okay.
Teatyme reached out to my daughter, and that's
Okay.
where
Yeah.
she
So
violated it.
she digging for business. Yeah, she digging
Yeah,
for the
it
dirt.
was not with the intent to help.
Yeah.
It was definitely not with the intent to help. It was with the intent to make
Back.
it was with the intent to validate T's feelings about my parental skills. What's up, Kiki? No, she didn't catch Rich. I got it screen recorded on my phone that I am taking to the courts. So I can validate my statement with a screen record that I am going to definitely show to the courts, because I was in that live under stress relief that my daughter had commented to when I said, "How do you know she's not going to therapy?" And she being me. And my daughter said, "Because she's not." And I responded back to her and said, "Are you there with her?" And I didn't get any more responses. So I myself was in the live when Teatyme said out of her mouth with her teeth and her tongue that she reached out to my daughter on the back end.
I'm speechless.
My jaw hit the floor when she said it. I was like, dang. Because I wanted to know, how did these two cross paths? And
Exactly.
T
And then
said
it
it
really
herself.
goes and then it really go both ways, because you just can't get on T. You got to get on the daughter too. It goes both ways.
Yeah,
You
because
know.
in order for us to have communication
And
on
then not
TikTok,
bringing out business. Yeah.
somebody
But
has to send a request and
one
somebody
of
has
the
to
bigger
accept it.
things was if she wanted to talk to her and call herself counseling her, which she's not qualified to do, she should have done it on the phone or on
Yeah.
FaceTime, not on this fucking app. That was
But yeah,
wrong on
but
so
yeah,
many
Jackie,
levels.
Jackie, that wasn't gonna happen if it wasn't good intentions.
Right. If the
This right,
intentions were
that
good,
right
we
there
would have
wasn't.
found, if the intentions were pure and all of this was of the Most High, there would have not been any confusion, because only the devil comes to cause confusion. Anything that God has his hands in, there's no confusion, because he's not the author of confusion. Only Satan and his imps are. So that's what validates the fact that Teatyme was definitely not spiritually led by the Most High God to do this, because we didn't come to a solid conclusion. We still at turmoil, even
Right.
extra more because she inserted herself into my family's business. When she acknowledged to my mama and my daughter that she's had her foot on my neck for the past 2 years, I thought that would have raised a red flag in
And
my
then
mother and my daughter,
And
to
she
knowing that
told.
this woman
she
is
even
physically
told
trying to
her
Wait a
suck
daughter,
my breath.
minute,
Yes, she
girl,
did.
she even told her daughter
She
that
told him that she
I
doesn't
don't
like
like
me.
your mother.
And that she's been had her foot on my neck for the past 2 years because of my behavior.
And I think that she should stick to her expertise side chicken. She's
Well, she's not
better.
even a side chick, MsJackie, because in order to be a side chick, you have to be messing with somebody's husband.
Damn.
So that's not even her calling.
So by you even knowing that, and mom still fed into it after the op done told your mom, hey, I don't like your daughter. Yeah, I'm on this app talking about your daughter. I don't like your daughter. And for your mom to still, give her the answers that she's asking, do that make you, I mean, do they have
He
you
told
like,
her.
you
She
know what
told
I'm
her
saying?
daughter
I
that
need
too. I
to
don't like
just
your
get
mother.
away. I need to get away and do
That's
my
Bitch.
get
that's what opened
everything
up.
get
That's
everything in
what
my own lane. You need to get
that's
everything in your own lane.
That's what opened up the portal for me to ask God to continue to keep divine intervention between myself and Tanisha, because you manipulated my mama and you went to seek out my daughter for revenge on me, and now I have to do what I always do with those two, and that's protect them. And I'm going to
Right.
protect them at all costs. And she will definitely understand me and God's wrath on messing with mine. You do not get the opportunity no doctors get to manipulate my mama when they give her these false ass allegations of what's going on with her internally when it comes down to her health. I'm the one that stands up and say, hey, you're not finna play on my mama top. So if I do that to a licensed professional doctor, you think I'm not going to do it to a chick on TikTok who has absolutely no degrees in anything, not even teacher certification, because she was an assistant? Oh yeah, Teatyme.
No.
Tanisha's gonna have to continue to pray for divine intervention between myself and her as well, because I am definitely going for cyberbullying without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
Teatyme should have been
I
one
really
thing
hope.
Tanisha should have hold on, real too. One thing Tanisha should have been very well aware of is that one of my siblings work in cybersecurity. So Teatyme has a very good paper trail of all the antics she's been doing to me. And now she has my mother as well as my daughter added to the list of protection from my family who sees the things that she's doing to us.
And
And
see, that's
because she said that she wanted to repetitively play that video with the intentions of my 15-year-old hearing it, now she has 4 counts.
that's the part right there. I really hope that you don't sleep on. I hope you do not sleep on this because you should have kept it with me and not brought my family in it.
And I would have just let it
That's
been
a big
TikTok.
violation.
But now I have to
That's a big
protect my
violation.
mama and my children. And now my
Yeah,
brother
because
has to protect his sister.
yeah.
So I'm not quite sure which rock told her to do this. But shout out to the rocks.
Who said I would just leave that house, let mom have her name back, and
It's
get
in
your
God's
own money.
hands.
Minimum volume.
It's in God's hands.
There you go.
My children like this home. My children just was finally able to switch schools over. They really don't want to leave anymore. I did receive the court date today. The 15-year-old brought it in. I had been home all day and my door was open, so I don't know when I missed them. Maybe they jumped across the neighbor's yard because I never seen a vehicle pull up. But it says, your landlord has filed notice with the Monroe City Courts in accordance with Louisiana Code of Civil Procedure Article 4701-4735, stating that you have violated your lease by failing to pay your rent and property upkeep. I do have a doorbell ring camera to validate that the neighbors come and throw their beer cans in my yard because I don't even drink Bud Light. So I will definitely win that with my footage. And then it also says you are hereby summoned to required to appear in the city courts, and it lists the address for the address here at 9 a.m. on February the 4th. If you fail to appear and defend this action, judge or eviction may be rendered against you without further notice. The citation was issued by the clerk of courts. It also
But
says, okay, wait, this is the most important part. I'm sorry. It says on February 4th at 9 a.m. to show why you should not be evicted from the premises. So this eviction notice is giving me the opportunity to explain why the occupants should not have to be evicted. And then the footage of my ring bell will capture the neighbors putting the debris in the yard. So I still have a chance.
so and you got this letter off of 1 month missed rent, right?
With not a 5-day notice. There was no 5-day notice issued. This is an automatic court date. So I think when the courts hear the knowledge that I obtain about the eviction process, and once I go study this procedure code, this civil procedure code, then I'll have better knowledge of what to actually go into the courts with. But I definitely will be representing myself as the other occupant, as all occupants. And I am preparing myself to go. It says that this citation was issued to the clerk of court on January 24th, which, if I'm not mistaken, was this past Friday, which on the 24th should have been the first 5-day to vacate the premises legally. And
Okay,
then a
so
court date should have been issued. But I have to go study the penal codes to make sure that my statements are correct to be validated when I do my plea.
so let me ask you, even though you still have a chance, which is good that they giving you the benefit of the doubt, which is great. We all want that.
Right.
How do you not know that's not going to happen next month or in 3 months just because it's not your name and this right here can happen again? You know.
I have finances. I have finances outside of my income tax as well as outside of the reimbursement from the child support. I do have employment.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
So
That's good. But you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Just because, just missing
Well,
one
I know
pay.
with the landlord, he's very well aware of the situation on behalf of me not being financially stable, but he hasn't had the opportunity to work with a financially stable me with valid proof of my finances. So I think once presented to the courts, and the landlord, chances are the landlord may want to, if he doesn't want to rent me this house, then chances are I may still be able to rent another house with him. And then if the judge actually has the final say, not myself nor the landlord, the judge makes the final decision on the agreement.
Right. Yeah, I just want to see you somewhere, with everything in your name so you won't have to worry about,
Well, the only thing I need to do with this is actually get the lease in my name, because the light bill is in my name. The landlord pays the water, and the Wi-Fi is in my name, as well as my phone bill. So the only thing I'm asking for a position of would be a lease in my name at this address.
Exactly. Absolutely. That's
Like
what
I
you
say, with the
need.
validation that I would be able to obtain the lease agreement on a 13-month
Pooh,
lease
Pooh, that's what you
agreement.
need. Don't nobody need to be putting you out but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck all that.
Right. So, like I say, final decision for Kodak, because I guess that kind of went over your head with the legality terms that I was using, is that when I
Yeah.
present that I can maintain this house financially, then prayerfully the judge will grant that order for me to receive the lease in my name.
Great. 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 That's absolutely what we want. That's what we want. 'Cause this right here, this too much.
Right. And I do have, and TikTok is not the stream of income that my finances are coming from. I do
Yeah.
have an actual, like I said, I got some things, but I've learned not to tell none of that on TikTok. But I do have a financial plan to establish financial literacy to obtain a lease agreement of $850 for 13 months and every month thereafter.
I hope everything works out great. Even with the family and putting the family back together, and not bringing what's not needed for social media to social media.
Right.
But all they gonna do is dissect and make it worse. That's not what we want.
Which that taught me a lot.
Yeah, that's
My
not what we
daughter in
want.
the pit of her rage, she was blurting out some numbers for that could very well do some things, but with order of protections, I definitely know how to protect what needs to be protected. So if I have to issue restraining orders on TikTokers, social people from social media, or whatever the case may be, to continue the established support, to continue the established protection for my children, then I am well equipped and prepared to do so. I have also been looking into some shelters, and I've also been looking into some other states as well. So I do have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. Plan A, keep the home. Plan B, enter into a shelter. Plan C, move to a whole nother state.
And you're in Texas now, huh?
No, I'm in Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Oh, you right next door to me. I'm over here in Mississippi. You right next door to me.
I'm using the bathroom, but don't go nowhere.
Welcome in, everyone. Okay, Boozy taking her I would call paying my water bill. Yeah, Boozy paying her water bill right now. But welcome in, y'all. Y'all my new face. I'm a comment cousin. Yeah, but I just
Now
got a question.
I can tell you that for some reason today
You
I
said
was
you was in
definitely
Mississippi?
Yes,
definitely
Me
led.
too.
I was doing apartments.com, and I put in 5 bedroom homes, and Mississippi popped up, and I wrote down 3 numbers.
yeah. And then good thing about it, if you do come to Mississippi, you will know someone. I'm over here.
MsJackie in Mississippi too.
No, nah. No, and Jackie, do you recognize my name? You've been in my room a couple times. You just passed through. You have never come in or said nothing. But do you remember passing my room, Jackie?
How you pronounce her name, sir?
Secret Garden. It's the room
Uh-uh.
when I go live.
Where you at? You in Jackson?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm in Pearl.
Girl, you right up the street.
I
Girl,
know.
you 10, 15 minutes away from
Mm-hmm.
down Highway 80.
Yeah.
Girl, ain't that
What a
something?
small, small world.
And I'm right
It's a
in
small world after